So lately, I've sort of been finding that my opponents are generally getting a bit better. People are getting more used to the meta, and people are getting more used to this card in particular, Gum Gum Redhawk. I think this is mainly for Dofi, right? But more of your Dofi opponents are becoming aware of this card's existence, and they're deciding to play slightly differently, whether that's to do the Jinbei Boa and then give the Don to the Jinbei so that you can't Redhawk it, or sometimes they're just choosing to play out like a Weevil or a Boa instead of doing a Jinbei on that 3 or 4 Don turn, just so that the Redhawk doesn't get any value. Obviously it can still counter the hit, and I do think that is still valid. That is still notable, that it just gets you out of that first initial hit, giving you a lot more breathing room for the rest of the game. But I did want to try a few games without Redhawk to see if we can deal with Doflamingo and also other decks without it. I do think this loses a lot of value into the majority of the rest of the format. It can be nice into purple-black Luffy, because they like to swing after playing their Zoros or Frankies, so it makes their life a little bit tricky. But into things like purple Luffy, it's just not doing a lot. Yes, it's a 4K counter, but the effect doesn't really do anything unless you're comboing it with Rayleigh, and generally, after using Rayleigh, I like to use my Don to swing into the minus down character. So it's kind of a bit of anti-synergy there. But yeah, this build is pretty standard. I've got rid of the Ace as well. Just wanted to try without it. There's not as much black around at the minute. I do think that Blackbeard is not that bad a matchup for us. We've got quite a bit of rush. This Marco can just kind of stick around. He just kind of chills once he comes on the board, and he is nice against Blackbeard, especially if they don't use their Liu effect early, which sometimes they won't, because we don't have that many impactful plays on 5, mainly just if they're scared of that Marco. They don't care about Yasop, for example. But yeah, we have the Rush of the Dragon, we have the Rush of the Shanks, and I am still on the 1 Roger. I do think 1 of the Roger is fine. You can cut this if you like, but you know, he's a cool guy. I'm here for him. I've put some of the Utas back in. Only had room for 3, but it's okay. I've got a couple Yasops just so we've got a couple more plays on that 5 Don, because with only the Marco, it's a little limited sometimes. You also have the Rayleigh. He's usually not live, unless you're against Doflamingo or Purple Luffy, which admittedly is probably 2 of the biggest decks on the ladder. But yeah, the couple of these Yasops, just quite nice in those matchups where you don't have the Rayleigh or the Marco, or you're not going to get any effect from them. You can at least buff your leader up for a little bit, and then his when attacking is actually pretty good into both Purple Luffy and Doflamingo. Got 3 of the Building Snakes on 6. Building Snake Marco is great. Gets rid of 6k, gets rid of most things. And again, not so much against Dofi because they can bounce this with Law, but against Purple Luffy, you can play this out, and then on your 5 Don turn, after they play out like a Kid or a Sangoro, you can do Building Snake Marco, clear their 6k body, which is really good, it's really efficient, and obviously in that late game, you can combo him with the Beckman, you can combo in the Rayleigh to get rid of a 9, and if you can stick him on the board for a long time in a mirror, you could use this to get rid of a big Shanks, I guess. It's not too impactful, but I do quite like the Building Snake. It's just finding the balance of these cards, right? There's so many good cards in Shanks. I'm going to stop waffling, let's get into some games. But a game against Doflamingo, I'm going to go first. This is pretty decent if we can stick this Hongo. Hopefully no Law to ruin our fun. Corona comes down, that's fine. Just really hoping for no Law here. Law would not be good, because we're going to play out this Hongo, right, and then on the next turn we can use the Marco with the Hongo to kill something. But if he bounces our Hongo with a Law, that would not be ideal. That would not be ideal at all. We do get another Hongo, so that's nice at least. We'll attack him for 5. He'll probably take this one. They usually just take the first one. I don't see why he counter. Yeah, seems good. We'll deploy this, end the turn. Yeah, really just hoping for no Law, but there we go. Brilliant. You hate it, but it is what it is. At least it's not Jinbei Law. We'll do that there. We're going to take this anyway. But, yep, he can pick up the Prono, bounce the Hongo. So it does deny us our funny combo, but, you know, it's not the worst. Hello? Hello, sir. Yep, very nice. Resolve. No trigger on that one. At least, yeah, at least we didn't get completely boned by that. Because we can just attack big in law now. Which I think I will. I think I will just put everything here. Attack the law. If he wants to use pudding next turn, he's not establishing anything. And the sooner we get towards our late game, the better. He's not going to defend this. There's no way he defends this. A crazy play if he defends. 3-2s. That would be crazy. Yep. Cool. We'll end the turn. Gonna look to defend our hit. If hopefully no pudding, but if he does pudding, it is what it is. Okay, so he's got a good play this turn. Jinbei Boa. Really good play, really good play. This deck is very scary for us. I don't like facing this deck at all. They simply have such an explosive game plan. It's really hard to deal with them in the early game. But at least we're going to be able to get out of this for just our leader effect and on 2k. Next turn, we're probably going to go with the Ben Beckman, get rid of the Boa, and then we can swing him for 5 to the tapped character. Just a Mihawk, okay. Well, that's not too bad, that's not too scary. Counter that one. Nice and easy. So we're going to go with the Ben Beckman. Destroy this, get rid of that. Then we'll just attack into the Mihawk. He'll give us a card, but it's fine. Yep. Don't love this Mihawk. Staying around his when attacking is decent. But, you know, it is what it is. Hopefully no more Jinbeis, but, you know, he's done quite a few cards through his deck. Highly likely, I would say that he finds another one this turn. Next turn, our plays aren't amazing. We're looking for a Rayleigh here, really. Not another Jinbei. That's brutal. We're just going to use the card action, minus down here. We'll counter out of this one. That is brutal. Double Jinbeis already is crazy. I hate it. Guy is so annoying. So much value, so much value. It's crazy that this card has counter as well. This should definitely be a brick. I mean, I don't mind that too. Gonna pick up anything? No. Give him the lime juice. We can do 7-7 here. We'll have to take one and counter the other, but this really isn't good. I really don't like this. This is very bad. Well, if he's going to do 6, I'll counter that. I'm going to trash a Raging Tiger. That seems smart. That card's not very good. Thanks. And one more. He's going to trash the Teach. That card's also not that good. We'll give him a Hongo, and then we'll take whatever this Jinbei swing is. Presumably, well, I presumed 7, but I guess it's 8. Either way, we're taking that. So hopefully we get a Rayleigh off the top. Rayleigh off the top would be grand. Not a Rayleigh. So we can do Hongo Marco to get rid of one thing. Okay. Yeah, this isn't looking too hot. I think we'll start with 7 into 5. Start with that, see what he wants to do. He's not giving us any 2Ks yet. There is a 2K. I think we're gonna go 6. We're gonna be greedy. We're gonna do the Hongo Marco. At least the Hongo is potentially gonna block a hit. So I'm gonna keep targeting down this Mihawk because it's the only thing that gets him value on the board. Yep. Okay. Hongo. Tap. -2 on the Mihawk. Marco. Deploy. Get rid of the Mihawk. Turn. We're not in a good spot here. We're in a pretty bad spot here. Not seeing the Rayleigh or a second Ben Beckman. He's pretty rough. It's pretty rough, especially when he's had double Jinbeis. Not good, but his hand is dwindling. We are slowly getting there. We are slowly getting there. I am considering just opting for a full starve at the start, simply not attacking their life to give them this first card. Because it seems once we stabilize, the matchup gets a lot better. 5 into 3, we'll just let him have that. The Hongo is always going to go down anyway. This turn it looks like we're just going to be playing the Shanks, which I don't love because we can't hold anything up for these events. If we get something like a Rayleigh, I definitely prefer to play that. He should just be swinging a whole bunch of 7s here, by the way. This should be like 7 with Jinbei, 7 with Jinbei, probably 9 with Leader. I mean, 8 works too. We're going to play out the Weevil. We'll just go, no, we'll take this one. We get a Lime Juice. Really need something that's not as expensive as this Shanks. Give him the lime juice in question. We're going to have to take this. Marco's not good. Rayleigh's also not good. But we can Rayleigh and hold up some Dons for these events. We don't know any of the cards in his hand, do we? So let's just try and deal with the volume of bodies. We'll go 7 into the law. Hopefully we get rid of something here. Not getting rid of that though. That's a bit spooky. That is a bit spooky. Do we ever go with the Shanks? No, it's too risky, right? Because the Shanks takes rid of 1. The Marco would get rid of 2. And the leader probably doesn't get rid of 1. He has 3 attacks. We don't have enough counter. No, we definitely don't have enough counter if we go with the Shanks. So I think we're going to go with the Shanks next turn. I'm going to go with the Rayleigh this turn. If we hold 2 up for these events, we've got 4 Don remaining. So we can go 7 with this into the law. And we can go 8 Shanks into... Is it greedy if I go into Weevil? It kind of is, but... it kind of is. I think we just go into Jinbei. Don't be greedy. There's no way this is double 2. There's no way. Oh shit, I've only held up 1 Don. This was supposed to be 7 into 5. This is a mistake. Oh well, it is what it is. Deploy this. We can trash one of these guard points. We're definitely not going to need those. A great card, but I simply don't have the Don. Simply don't have. Happy to sack off the Rayleigh to one of the attacks here. Never mind, it's getting Jozu'd. That's okay though, that's not too bad. He's presumably going to play the Perona and then use the rest of the Don for leader effect. So we're just going to be facing a 5 and a 6. He needs to tap the Rayleigh, surely. Grief. What's happening? And the Marco back. That can't be right. That can't be right. Why would you send the Marco back and not the Rayleigh? Okay, we got the Boa. I don't love that. Click this. I'm gonna... Oh no, we'll just use a guard point on this. Yeah, we'll just use a guard point on this. So... No. He really wants to put this Don. If he puts the extra Don on his leader, okay, then we'll just use the Rad Beam. No blocker. Rad Beam. Resolve. And he's going to leave all of his characters standing up. Interesting. Interesting. We can go Building St. Marco to remove something. And hold more Don up for this guard point. Or we can go Shanks. Or we can go Shanks. I think this is our best turn to get the Shanks down. Yeah, I think this is our best turn to get the Shanks down. We're gonna go 5 into 5. Because I mean, if he gives us a card, that's great. If he gives us a card out of his hand, that's great. That's great. He's not gonna. That's smart. Do 7 and then we'll do 12. We are threatening lethal next turn. We've got the blocker. He's got a lot of swings, but they're all -1, so it's not as scary. We've got quite a bit of counter. 2 2Ks, we've got 2 1s, got a 0 cost. Guard point's not going to be live, but it is what it is. The Building Snake can just be trashed with the 0 cost at this point. I'd have loved to see an 8 cost Rayleigh here, but alas, we didn't see it. We just had the Shanks. We're drawing a lot of these Marcos. Yeah, no Rayleigh, no Rayleigh. No more Beckmans either. Not ideal, but it is what it is. 5 into 5. We'll just use the card action here. Keep it simple. If this is a Kaido, that would be a little weird. That would be a little weird. Could be, though. Kaido could be a decent play here, actually. Kaido could be a decent play. 5, we'll just take the free block. Yeah, I'm thinking this is Kaido. Give him a 2 here. Yeah, this is Kaido, definitely. Yeah, there you go. There's the Kaido. Well, that's not that scary, right? Because we can start dealing with his ball now. Another Marco there is quite amusing. We're going to hold 1 up for the guard point. We'll attack 7 into 5. Okay, so we're going to eat all these cards pretty much that he got off the Kaido. And we're going to use probably the building snake. Okay, so you let that go. That's good. That's good. We can do building snake Marco, right, to take out the Jinbei. Yeah. We can do building snake Marco to take out the Jinbei. Then we've got a lot of Don left. How many Don do we have left? We have, if that's 6, we're going to hold 1 up for that. We're going to hold 2 up. Maybe we hold 2 up. We can do 8 into Jinbei. No, we just hold 1 up. We'll just hold 1 up. Yeah, if this is like a event trigger, then the trigger's honestly fine, because it gives us 1k buff anyway. If he wants to give us 2 cards here, that's okay. Not going to defend it from the Shanks hit. He does, he gives us a Buggy and a Jinbei. So we'll get rid of that. There's no way he's defending this. If he wants to give us 4 cards, I mean, that's fine. Yeah, no shot. Okay, so we're going to go with the Building Snake. Minus down Jinbei. Play out one of these Marcos. Get rid of the Jinbei and the turns. We've got 2 swings, 2 meaningful swings anyway. We have 1 blocker, so that's okay. And Goku's going to grab a Bounce Law. Law's not bouncing anything. I'm not scared of him anymore. There's Boa. Boa's decent, but not crazy. Give 1 Don to his leader. Get that stack going. We're going to see a 10 and then a 12. What do we have? We can defend this and then block the Kaido swing. Plays out a Law. Yeah, we minus this down to 9. And we do guard point 2k. Yeah, this is okay. I don't want to go down to 0, obviously, because of the... What's it? The... You know. The perfume femur. Picks up the Perona. Picks up the Law. Okay. What about that? Then we go guard point and no, we don't want to block this. No blocker. Guard point and then Hongo. Of that there. Then he can attack in with the Kaido. We'll block. And attack the Ben. Do I care about the Ben dying? I don't think I'm that worried about Ben dying, you know? Yeah, I'm not that worried. I'd rather keep the blocker. Yeah, I'd rather keep the blocker, like, genuinely. We get a Shanks there. Not crazy, but it does get rid of Boa. Does get rid of Boa. That's not bad. Do 5 on 5. Seems good. Do 6 on 5 now? Yeah, we should, right? Yes, do 6 on 5. That gives that 2k. Okay. Okay. We'll go... Shanks. Get rid of that. And we'll attack in 12 on 5. He'll take. And now we're threatening Leaf. Now we're threatening Leaf. He's going to have a difficult time getting it. This Sengoku is super weak. He needs to basically bounce the Rayleigh, and then hope that we don't have much counter, but we do at least have the 0 cost. Do have the 0 cost. This Kaido swing is always going to get blocked by the Rayleigh. After that, his best Don is, well, like, no effect. Block, resolve. We're not getting Perfume Femur today, sir. We can give, what, 7 Don to this, make it an 8, and then put the last 2 here. So his swings are 7, 8. We can counter an 8. That's fine. Just a Perona. I guess he was hoping to scam us there with the Perfume Femur, but it's not happening. Not today. This has been a really close game. Really tough. Really tough. We didn't see any of the 8 cost Rayleighs. Not ideal. But hey, it is what it is. Goes with the Sengoku. Okay, so Moria getting. You don't have enough Don, sir. You don't have the Don. 8 there. So we just protect this, right? Use the card action. Winds it down. Then we'll go. No. No. And you have nothing left. And that will be the game. We've even got a dragon. Well, let's attack 12. And then he counters. He's going to have no hand. He doesn't. We'll just go 12 again. In fact, we'll go 13. Let's play optimally. This is guaranteed every day of the week. Yeah, and he had quite a bit of counter, but a few too many bricks. He did have the femur. We knew that. But either way, I'm always pleased to get a win against Dofi. Especially there, I don't think our draws were that good. And he got pretty good draws early on. He got a lot of 2Ks. Sorry, a lot of Jinbeis. But yeah, our Marco got quite a bit of value. This Shanks coming down on the board on curve was really good. Well, I believe it was 1 turn after curve, actually. The Rayleigh was really nice to get that cycle there. Good game. Happy Shanks Saturday. If you've made it this far in the video, please consider subscribing for more Shanks Saturdays every Saturday. Shanks Mirror, interesting. I'm going to go second. We're looking for that big Shanks on curve. We've got it. I think we keep. This is fine. Yeah, we're going to go with the keep here for sure. He's mulliganing. See if he plays the Searcher. We've got 2 Shanks. This is looking quite good. We're going to end the turn there. If he just swings in 8, we'll just take that. Keep it nice and simple. On our 4, it's looking like we're just swinging back on him. I'm not seeing many plays here. We can do the Yasop on 6. On 8, hopefully we'll have drawn something a bit more chunky by then. Maybe a Rayleigh, maybe a Ben. You know, something that can interact with his board. He needs to hurry up. Just attack 8. Okay, he's going to play the Hongo. I respect it. I'm not sure I like it, but I respect it. Let's just attach all the Don, attacking 9 on 5. Get him out of there. Get the life. We're not defending this one, sir. Especially not with the Hongo on the board. Very good. End the turn. Keep it simple. So 5. Well, we'll go no on that one. Maybe Marco Ace. Marco it is. That's fine. That is fine. So we're just going to go with Yasop. Buff this. Attack in for 7 on 5. Get a 2k out of him. Got this Yasop on the board. He can't really... I guess he can drop Ben, right? Ben is a good play for him here. But it is what it is. We're hoping to draw something a little better next turn. Otherwise, it's looking like we're just going to play this Rayleigh. He gives us an Otama. Seems sensible. We're at 6, which is quite nice. Pretty good for the defense. If he doesn't have Ben, this Yasop might survive. That would be really good. If the Yasop does survive, I'm pretty happy dropping the Rayleigh. It just relies on whether or not he has Ben, right? Or Newgate. Well, it doesn't look like there's Ben or Newgate. We'll use the card action, and then we'll give him a 2 in one of these lime juices. And then we'll see what attack he wants to do with his leader. If any. Yep, we're going to be taking that one. We get a Ben of our own. But that could just get to Marco for free, right? Because it's on KO. And we draw another Ben. Yeah, this Ben is really good. We're going to just attack 6 with the Yasop. Yeah, 6 with the Yasop, 6 with leader. Play out Ben. get rid of Marco. Pretty good. Taking that one. No, let's give him another 6. See how he feels about that. Got to give us a 1k here. Just leader effect on one. Very simple. Or just a 2k. That's fine. Same difference. Boy, this. Get rid of that. End the turn. We've definitely seen a better curve than him. Here comes the Hongo. Maybe something like a Rayleigh coming down here to remove our Ben. Yep, there it is. Gonna remove the Ben. That's fine. Gonna get both out, in fact, but it's all good. We can drop this Shanks. And us getting to do Shanks on curve first is very impactful. Very impactful. We can actually save this Yasop. I kind of like saving the Yasop to try and clear the Hongo. Yeah, we've got a 0 cost. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to save the Yasop. We'll give him the Hongo. We get a Dragon. Dragon's pretty good, actually. So we're going to drop the Shanks. We'll attack 5 on 2. Get rid of that. No way you're saving this one. Be real. Be real. And then we'll attack 12 on 5 and he'll take. Get him down to 2 already. It's looking pretty good for us. He can obviously drop Shanks of his own. But the defense that this Shanks is providing is just really nice. It's really nice. Okay, she's going to go with Dragon. Maybe some hits at our life. This is 7. So I think we'll defend this one. And then we'll probably take the other 2. Give him the lime juice. Because, yeah, these are going to be bigger, right? Oh, we could defend this 7. No, I'm happy to just take these other 2. Get some more cards in our hand. Now, we can drop another Shanks next turn, which is pretty crazy. He's working out how big he wants to attack with this dragon. Joke's on him. I'm just going to take it anyway. Yep, very nice. 8 and 5. We'll just take Building Snake. Building Snake could be a play. We could do like Building Snake Ben Beckman to get rid of something. To get rid of the dragon. Not sure I love it. I think getting 2 of these Shanks down is really good. Yeah, I do think getting 2 of these Shanks down is very good. I'm going to attack 5 on 5 just to get the leader effect out of him. He'll always give us the leader effect here, but we just get it out. Nice, very nice. So we'll go... This is going down to 6. I think I want to attack 6 on 5. If he takes, he's in a world of danger. He's in a world of danger if he takes. So you should counter this one for sure. Simple 2k. Nothing too crazy. We'll go with another one of these. I'm going to attack. 12 on 6. Remove the smaller body first. One's much harder for him to defend. Does have 2 up. Could be for Red Hawk. Could be multiple rad beams. I don't know. He's going to let that go. We're going to attack into the dragon. 12 on 7. I have to give us a rad beam and a 2k. Or a Red Hawk and a 2k. Okay, guard point and a guard point. Okay, so it was 2 events. Getting them both out is really good. That is really good. And this dragon is terribly weak. 7,000 power. That's just not that scary, right? That is just not that scary. And we've got a lot of... we've got a defensive event. Also got a 0 cost. There's another dragon. So that's quite appeasing. We don't have any 2Ks, which I'm not a huge fan of. This isn't an amazing spot, but we should be able to go for game next turn, right? There's no way he has another, like, double rad beams. I'm going to take this one. We get a Marco. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. 7. We'll go... There are no... Oh. Well, we won. We didn't get to see the end of that game. But I might go over that in post and see if we can work out what his hand was, whether he would have won even if he didn't. Okay, so I now understand why he just left and didn't wait for us to counter. Yeah, I mean, he knew our hand was like 8 cards, and he had no counter, and there was in fact no count. There was 1k counter in life, 1 in hand. He had absolutely no chance of winning that game. I think going second in the Shanks mirrors is really helpful. If you can drop this Shanks on curve, really nice. And in addition to that, we got the Beckman and he didn't. We were able to remove his Marco on curve, and he couldn't deal with our Yasop. Not that the Yasop did that much, but you know, it was just another guy that was there, and that's pretty good. He did get a little bit of value out of that Hongo. I'm not sure playing it out in the mirror is the craziest play. I think Otama is much more important for that role in the mirror, of minusing down the power to give your Beckman a little bit more range. But either way, well played to our opponent, and GG's. Black Purple Luffy, I'm going first. This hand's not crazy about this hand. Marco's okay, we have nothing to combo with it. I think I'll mulligan that one. This hand's possibly slightly worse. It's not too big a deal. Gonna go with the Law. He's obviously looking for that Roronoa Zoro for the second turn. Does grab a... Ooh, that's interesting. You don't see that one every day. That is the 6-cost Robin. You normally see this in just the black loot. Quite interesting. I'm just going to swing in 7. Probably not going to use this Don for an event, but he's not going to give me 2 cards here anyway. And if he does, I'm fine with that. So just going to swing in 7. He doesn't know. This could be one for a searcher. He's just going to take. It's fine. This is a matchup where Red Hawk is actually quite good because it forces good play with the Roronoa Zoro. Not that he has it. Let's just take that one. We'll get Ben Beckman there. So 5 Don. We could do Rayleigh, but it's not doing very much. I might do him anyway just to get a blocker on the board, even though we're not going to get the draw. It's okay. We'll do 5 on 5 and then get the Rayleigh down. Going to give us that Robin that he searched out. That's fine. Like I say, the Rayleigh's not a crazy card, and he can remove it if he has the Black Sanji, but it is what it is. I think it's still worth it to play something. I don't love just swinging 10 there. Doesn't seem very impactful. If he doesn't have the Black Sanji, we're going to get this guy sticking around. Looks like he does. Looks like he does have that Black Sanji. That's okay. We can remove that with the Ben Beckman next turn. That's all good. I think we'll just give him the Otama here. Keep it clean, keep it simple. No point. I don't want to give him the Ben Beckman in case we want to use another Ben Beckman on the following turn, maybe even in combination with an Otama. So that's why I didn't go with the leader effect. Just going to go 5 on 5. See what he wants to do with that. He'll probably counter this one again. He's still got quite a lot of cards in hand. All the way up at 7. You've got to imagine he's thinking, I want to counter this. But you never know, maybe he's pretty short on counter. Doesn't have anything set up for a Moria next turn. Next turn is his Moria turn. But he takes. Okay, that is interesting. Probably not a Moria then, next turn. Just drop the Ben, get rid of Sanji, and the turn. Really clean play. Next turn, we've got either Dragon, Ben, Otama. And then the turn after that, we can do Shanks. Just get that big body down and remove something. Next turn, I might even leave 1 Don up for one of these events. We'll see. We don't really need to. We're not in any kind of danger. Gonna go with a Frankie, trashing a Gum Gum Giants. That makes me feel like he's got at least 2 more in his hand, which is good to know. Grabs a Roronoa Zoro with the Law. That's okay. That is okay. So I think we're gonna go with, well, this on this. Am I gonna take this? I don't mind taking this. Got only 2 left. I do quite value keeping the Otama, so I think I'm going to take this. Yeah, and we get another Ben. Okay, we're probably just going to go... I don't know, I think this turn we're going to start with 7 from Ben, see what he does. And then if he blocks, then we'll go with the Dragon. If not, we'll probably go with the Ben. But we'll see. He's not in a great spot here. He is not in a great spot. If he uses Gum Gum Giant... Well, he's going to go down so low on Don. It's not going to be very good. I'm not sure about this play with the 7. I think he'd have been better off doing the Roronoa Zoro and then just holding 1 up And attacking, I think he could attack 6, right? Yeah, he could attack 6 and hold 1 up. We grab a lime juice there, that's okay. Let's start with 7 from Ben, see what he wants to do with that. And if he uses Gum Gum Giant, it's not great for him. It really isn't. But we'll just have to see. Next turn, we are able to drop the Shanks, so if he does Moria this turn, we can Shanks. He's going to block there, that's okay. Let's go with this on 2. Attack in for 7, and I'm going to attack him for 9. Then I'm going to hold 1 up for one of these events. He gives us an Usohachi. Lovely, and another Robin. Okie dokie. Let's go in 9 on 5. If he wants to Gum Gum Giant, it's going to cost him 2, or he can go down to 1 life, but that's risky. Let's go with the Giant. Cost him 1 more card here. So we do get his hand down quite a bit this turn. Gives us a Frankie. Nothing else doing. He's on just 8 because of that Gum Gum Giant. Actually did set him back. Normally that card basically has no cost to using it, but when you're not at 10, it's not great. I'm not sure about his play last turn, but he must have been drawing pretty bad. He must have been drawing bad. Well, there's Moria, just Moria Frankie, I guess. That's okay. Ooh, playing Top Knot, that's an interesting one. That is an interesting one. Gonna go 6. We'll just go no, and we'll give him one of these bends. We don't need quite so many bends. We get the Rush Shanks. That's pretty good, actually. Let's start 7 with Ben himself. He's got no Don up. Well, that's quite telling. Let's go 9. He does have the Frankie still, so that is fine. Let's go 9, see what he does here. Because he knows we can negate this as blocker, right? We can go Otama Lime Juice. Bring it down. And then we have 11. We don't really need to though, right? No, we can just go 5 on 5. And then I'll just remove the Moria. You should just counter this one. Block if you like, but I think, yeah, just countering is good. Then, if we do this, it's just going to eat this. So I think I prefer playing out this. Go to that. End the turn. His board is garbage. We've got a good amount of counter. These events obviously not live, but we do have 2 2Ks. I would quite like to keep the 2Ks. But there's a very low chance of him actually attacking our board this turn. So, you know, there's that. There is that. We probably could have won last turn if we'd gone with the Otama Lime Juice play. But I just don't feel like we needed to take the risk. Well, it's Frankie City now, I guess. I guess it's Frankie City. Gonna trash another Top Knot. Maybe we should have gone with the Lime Juice, I guess. Maybe. Interesting. Ice Age. Not Ice Age Top Knot this and leave none up. Not sure about that one. I'm not sure about that one at all. So we're gonna go 7. Gonna block. Now I'm gonna go Summer. Now I'm gonna go Lime Juice, and there's the concession. Yeah, so I think he had the Gum Gum Giant. He should have 100% left the Dom up for that. At least make our life a little bit harder. But yeah, I mean, that was a pretty free win. Put Black Purple Luffy, not the best deck, and definitely not the best deck into Shanks. So let me know what you think of this list. I'm pretty interested in testing more without the Red Hawk. Now that players are playing around it more, you can even still bluff it, right? You can force your opponent to make some weird plays with their Dons, putting them where they clearly don't want them, just if you hold 2 Don up, especially in that early game where we don't have a ton to do. For example, on 4, swinging 7 is fine. Very few decks are going to be countering out of a 7 on 4. Maybe Purple Luffy, but not much else. Then holding those 2 Don up, you know, we don't have it, but they don't know that we don't have it, and maybe it can make them play a little more awkwardly. It depends on what deck they are, of course, but I think it's kind of cool. I'm kind of digging this build. I'm liking the Rayleigh more and more the more I play. I'm sort of getting why people like him. I'm sort of getting why he's good. and this Shanks on curve is still just ridiculous. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are, and thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend.